It is Ominously Positive Podcast, and I'm your host, Meriwether. I am coming in, just rolling in like a crazy person on one of those days where everything is going wrong. It doesn't matter what I do, it is all going wrong. And today's the day I was like, you know what? It's the perfect day to come back to my podcast. And of course, it's taken me like 20 minutes to get ready for this thing. I look like crap because I've been like exercising and busting my butt all day. But you know what? I'm in a good mood, so I figured that's the time to film, right? So my energy's up. I'm here. I am saying hi. If you are back, thank you. Like, I know I've been on a hiatus for a while, so I really appreciate you coming back to the channel, even though I've been gone for a while. I appreciate that, because the reason why I haven't been here has just been one thing after another, stopping me from coming here to talk to you guys, and it's just been kind of crazy. Like, I started out the year with a bang, like I shaved my head, I went and had like a snow bath in the first of the year, and then I got COVID. And then, that took a long time to get over, and then it's just been boom, boom, all sorts of things being thrown at me. But I'm here, and I don't have a case for you today. So I'm actually just going to go over updates on the cases that we've already done today or in the past. And then next time I have a case for you and we will talk about it. But today I just wanted to come say hi. I'm alive. I'm working. I've actually been working a lot behind the scenes. I've signed 2 NDA agreements on 2 different cases. So I guess I'm kind of like a ghostwriter now. I didn't mean for that to happen, but it kind of did. And then another case, I didn't sign an NDA on it, but it's kind of an honor system. I would consider it NDA. You know what I mean? So I've been working behind the scenes. Some of these things you're not going to even see the fruit of my labor attached to my name, but I don't care. So that's what I've been doing. I hope you guys have been doing great. Also, I've just been being a mom. Obviously, that's been taking up a lot of my time. So that's what's been going on. I hope you are well. If you want to give me updates about you, put them in the comments below. Oops. Yeah, speaking of twins. Sorry, they were just having a disagreement. They're kind of clingy. There's nothing wrong with clingy or wanting attention, but when there's 2 of them, it can get to be a lot. So behind the scenes working, that's what I've been doing a lot. Oh, here's another thing that happened to me recently that's kind of like changed how I do things. Husbundy finally got the day position and he's on days, but now that means my schedule has changed, and being autistic, it's hard for new things to happen even if you want them. So even though this has been happening for a while now, we've been on days, I have just been the hardest time with my scheduling, with my sleep, with how I'm doing things. So I'm still trying to get a hold of a new schedule and how that affects the things, my hobbies, I guess you could say. It's more like work, really, but my hobbies work with true crime. So yeah, that's been interesting. Like right now, I'm trying to film in the middle of the day when usually I would like film at nighttime when it's totally quiet and there's no interruptions. But now I'm going to have to do things just differently and try to jump in there. Even things I used to do all the time, like my TikToks and stuff, I guess I just haven't been doing them, but hopefully things will change. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the updates that I know about on our past cases real quick, because there's actually quite a few we want to get through, right? And this will kick off our season for Ominously Positive Podcast. I'm so excited. Okay, let's start with probably one of the bigger ones. Jane Doe of 1983 from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm sure you guys remember that case. It is actually one of the first ones on this podcast, and we discussed it in depth. Has there been any updates? Yes and no. so this is one of the ones that I'm working on behind the scenes, and I cannot really talk about. However, if you want to kind of stick around, there is definitely going to be a huge update to this case. I just know it. I feel it in me bones. The girls are at it again. So stick around, and if you want a little bit of a hint on what is going on, I would definitely go check out 314 Bird Studios documentary. Oh, the girls are just throwing me for a loop. Hang on. I will be right back. Boy, I'm back. Hopefully that doesn't, cause me any monetization issues. I know YouTube has, creepy spy ears. I can hear, a beat two rooms over, and they're, demonetized. So hopefully that doesn't ruin that. Oh, oy vey. The twins are so intense. They've got some issues, and one of those issues is if they don't have constant 24-hour super tension, they will become really destructive and super loud and obnoxious and try to get that attention from me. So taking a few minutes to myself to just record this is challenging to them because they think it's a bad thing. So you guys will have to just bear with me as I'm kind of trying to show my twins that it's okay to have personal space sometimes. But, it's hard. Okay, now, I think I was talking about Jane Doe, 1983, and what's been going on with that. So if you want a bit of a hint on what's going on, I would check out 314 Bird Studios and their documentary that they had put out a little bit ago. It's called Our Precious Hope, St. Louis Baby Jane Doe. I think for now it's free, although I wouldn't be surprised if it gets pulled off the internet for a little bit for the newest project that should be coming out soon. And that's pretty much all I can say about Jane Doe without giving away things I really probably shouldn't. Okay. So I'm going to move on from that case. The next one is always on my mind, always on my heart, and that is Abby and Libby's double murder from 2017. This is the Delphi, Indiana one. It is a massive case. I'm sure you all have heard about it, and if you haven't, definitely go check out our past episodes and then check out some of the updates about it. There has been a little bit of movement in this case lately. At first, it was kind of just a little trickle of information about a possible online Catfish account. And that information did come from the police, so this actually isn't rumors for once. They were looking for anyone who had contact with an account called Anthony_shots. That's SHOTS. And Anthony is spelled ANTHONY. So if you guys have any information about an account, or if you've had contact with an account like that, or if you even know somebody in the proper age range that you think might have had an account contact with this account, you really need to get a hold of the police because they're looking for any information about it. Now, keep in mind that the pictures that are associated to the account is not the person that they're worried about. They used catfishing photos. So the young gentleman in the account, that cute, handsome boy that's there, he is not a part of this at all. His pictures were stolen. So keep that in mind. Then a few weeks ago, I guess a transcript, this was in the news, so as somewhat reliable information, transcripts were revealed in which highlights that the possible suspect behind this account could be named Keegan Klein of Peru. I think he's in jail right now under other charges, but he's been saying that not only did he have access to the account, but a whole lot of other people too, including his father. So that has been interesting. I don't really think there is too much we can do for this case right now, except for just supporting the family, because if you remember in my past episodes, I highly aggressively defended them and their choice to not get into the aspect of the possibility of the girls maybe seeing someone from the internet, because the police told them, from what I understand, the police told them the opposite. The police were like, no, this isn't a thing. And then the family was kind of like protecting themselves mentally because they were like not wanting to like really get into that topic, because then, you know, they would, there's a lot to unpack there, right? I can see how that would be very hard on your like heart and mind mentally, but I always put family first. I mean, they've already been so hurt, so whatever they say, in my opinion, goes. And I say that to this day, but they're having to now kind of grapple with that side of the story as being a possibility. I mean, obviously we know nothing, we can't say anything for sure, but it kind of seems like maybe the girls were going out to meet this account person that we don't really know anything about. Like I said, allegedly. It's a tangle of a mess. There's a lot of emotions wrapped up into it. Things that we need to just be really sensitive about and just care and try to support the family. And whatever we do, we definitely don't need to be attacking the family. I'm so on that, especially for the Delphi case, because they have just been put through the damn ringer when it comes to the internet being nasty to them. So I just want to protect them and take care of them, and then I just pray and pray and pray that this case gets solved, because I mean, it's not going to be like closure or justice, but at least other kids will be safe and, you know, will know what happened. And then they can start their new chapters, as Kelsey would say. So anyways, I'm going to move on from that one too, because there's really not much else to talk about. But Monique Ann Bosur from Colorado Springs, Colorado, in 2000s, her mysterious death. As far as I know, there has been no public movement in the case. I think in last year, the police said that a cold case team still works on that case, but that's all they've said. And then Ashley Martinez from St. Joseph, Missouri, 2004, missing under mysterious circumstances. There has been some ripples in this case. I think we may have already talked about it, but in case I haven't, in about last year, 2021, an affidavit came out from someone who seemed a bit biased about Martinez. I turned an observation in on this case. This was supposedly like this person like breaks their silence and then like comes forward, and you know, I don't know. The whole situation with the affidavit is just bizarre, and I don't really think taking it with a grain of salt. I'm starting to lose my train of thought here. But yeah, if you read the affidavit compared to what we know about Martinez and this case, it just seems odd and bizarre. And I think there's a couple things in the affidavit that kind of points to them obviously lying, or at least, you know, making up facts that maybe they believe the lie, but I don't know. And then on top of all of that, the last person that was seen with Martinez, allegedly, breaks their silence from jail and then announces to everybody that he is going to be writing a tell-all book coming soon. Okay, and then Angela Green. At least I have some somewhat happy news to talk about for Angela Green. She was missing since June 19th, 2019. That case is a very odd case if you like twists and turns, and you want to be able to help a case that's happening now. Check out this case. Thankfully, Angela Green has amazing family members, and they are working very hard for her. Good news, the FBI, literally as of like today, just got involved with the case. So woohoo! Hopefully some real movement will be being made soon. And then if you hadn't heard previously, Angela's family was taking her husband to court in a very, very clever move to try and get more, or hopefully real information about what happened to his wife out of him. So if you want to help this case, there is stuff going on right now. The family is asking you share her story, donate to the donation pages that are trying to like get money to fund for legal things and all this other stuff. I don't know if they're allowed to do legal fees on like GoFundMe sites, but I'm sure they got like a loophole for this. But yeah, they need help with that. Sharing for sure. Trying to get this to stay in the public eye so that it gets solved. And then moving on to another case, we've got the Cassidy Rainwater case. It's the cannibal one. The one I kind of had to backpedal a little bit because I was like, there's no effing way this is a cannibal situation. Then I was kind of like, holy moly. Yeah, it actually might be. There's nothing new going on with this case right now. It is languishing in legal matters currently, and when there's a good update, I will let you know. Linda Sherman from St. Louis, Missouri. I can't remember what year this was. I want to say 80s or something. No new information. Grisel Camacho, the case that actually isn't even in the news. As far as I can tell, there's been no movement with her case. Tonya Harvey, we just talked about her, and I can't remember the name or the year that her murder happened. It's kind of recent. People are talking about her. They are writing about her, and they are sharing her case online. However, I don't believe her actual murder case has progressed at all. In as far as legal matters, I think the case is still considered open, but nobody has actually gone into the case and done any movement on it as far as news goes. So that's about all I can say about the updates on these older cases. I hope you guys stick around. I will have new cases really soon. And thank you for coming back to my channel, even though I have been gone for a while. I really, really appreciate it. I love you guys, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye! Bye, bye, bye.